'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
Looking around, it strikes me that we pawns are all men. I wonder if this speaks to the Arisen's preference.
I shouldn't at all mind if that were to change.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now. We've little need for a campsite at present.
'Tis well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Time we pressed on, say, master.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
You watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
It's a glad thing that you rested as you did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Masterfully done.
Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further.
I will protect you.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Ingredients are plentiful. Use them when the need arises.
Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen!
Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
What's this? We're trapped! Fie! A Cyclops! To think we didn't...
A Cyclops. Pray, be on your guard.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
For purposes of yours.
I think all manner of uses
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest!
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
Riding in an ox cart would be a...
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
That's it. Goblins approach! Glorious!
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
To tie my boots.
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer.
I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons.
Fascinating.
Quite, though no definitive records remain.
Interested?
Interested in my wares? Many thanks. Nothing caught your eye? That's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Interested in my wares?
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Welcome, good sir. Much should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self. Why, sir, you look exquisite. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
This really is fine craftsmanship. Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no... And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, 'tisn't to be.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall... You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply will not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
A mug of ale is just what I need.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Well met, sir.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
Off we go then. There are beasts to be slain. Off we go then. So long as we're on the move, we'll get to the bottom of things sooner or later.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Very well. I'll guide you there. Directly. Follow me.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs just to be sure. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit. Lest all that wind go to waste.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble ere long.
Right, just follow me. Prepare yourself!
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
A forgotten riftstone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
That does ring a bell. Let me think. Aha! I've got it. I know the way. Follow me.
I suppose we ought to make for our destination.
This way, if you please.
It was an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. I can guide you there, if you wish.
I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Not unwelcome for an ally to appear for once.
Give no quarter.
'Tis easily done. We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
We're unlikely to find any warm hearths down here.
We'd best be prepared to make our own light before we...
Understood. Fast, true, and our quarry shall fall.
That was a sight to behold. Ride all you want. Won't make a difference when I've grappled, you see. I'll get that for you.
pincushion. Come to think of it, different masters favor different...
Oi, you there! If you're fit to fight, put up your hand! Right, lend us your aid.
We're in your debt.
Scatter the goblin!
You've a strong arm. The goblins are well routed. You have my thanks. 'Twas a simple patrol mission, till we walked into their ambush. Those cursed things caught us entirely unawares. I don't know where we'd be if you hadn't come along. I pray you'll let me repay the favour, if e'er there's a chance.
Oh, a ferry stone. With that in hand, we can leap from one end of the kingdom to another in a trice.
We must save it for a time of dire need. Could you come over here?
Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap.
We'll manage whatever comes. We always do, don't we? I've got a good feeling about this one.
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Good show. I dare say we've combed every inch of this place now.
Why don't we Goblins, Mark!
The night sky is a balm to the battle-weary heart.
I suppose 'tis so. Right, just follow me. Do try to keep me in your sights, Master. I shan't lead you astray.
Oh,
thought I should tell you. There's a forgotten rift stone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now? Oh, good thing I'm here, really. I know just where to go. Here at last.
We're not done yet, Master. Our next destination awaits. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It's not far from here. Follow me.
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. Lucky us. That's worth taking.
Right, just follow me. Our road was a long one.
Oh, you've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. We've been dispatched to cull them. A small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. Seems the battle is hard won. I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
Pick up every little thing you find and your pack will soon outweigh you. Well, I know it, yet I cannot seem to resist.
You too? I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Damn lizard! Is this where I'm to draw my last? Consign it! I am in your debt, sir. Thanks to your valor, I shall live to fight another day.
A common reward, frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location. We're not done yet, Master. Our next destination awaits. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here. Don't let up now. Here, if you please.
You're not one of ours. Have you come... Forgive me. I cannot seem to walk of my own accord just now. Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow and mind the ceiling.
We'll manage whatever comes. This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well now. I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word of your deeds to the captain. You've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see to the rest of this mess. You need not trouble yourself further.
Where there's a...
Oh, I'm saved. You have my gratitude, friend. Were it not for your aid, I'd have died a dog's death.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Yes, of course. We were speaking of places elsewhere. Mayhap 'tis beyond your ken, but this world of ours is not the real one. This world is a cycle. The dragon emerges, the dragon is slain, and just when we think we have found peace at last, the dragon appears once more. 'Tis endless. Endless and tiresome, wouldn't you say? Yet, such is the lot of those who reside in a false world like ours. The real world is not nearly so stagnant. All manner of things occur there. 'Tis a far more fearsome existence than ours, to be sure. Is there a way to travel to the real world, you ask? Must I do all the thinking here? Ponder that yourself. What I will say is that I believe the cycle will continue unbroken for as long as the dragon continues to be slain. You doubt your ears, but I speak truly. I have beheld the real world with my own eyes.
Where are we off to next? We've a few options where to go, but I'd say our best bet is to start with the location nearest us. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermund.
Hold, sir. I'd rethink pressing onward if I were you. The village is crawling with Saurians. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you. I used to call this place home, you see, in times more peaceful. You're the Arisen, are you? Well, that's something. We were hoping to reclaim our village, but it doesn't seem we'll have much luck. We fled when the dragon attacked some days past, thinking we'd return once the baleful thing was gone. Easier said than done, clearly. In our absence, a bask of Saurians have made our homes their own. What are we to do? The guards not like to send soldiers all the way out here. But mayhap they needn't at all. You are the Arisen, aye? Could we trouble you to aid us in our hour of need? Please, sir, do something, anything about the Saurians infesting our village.
A bask of Saurians has made its nest within the village. But not for long if we have any say in the matter.
We need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
Saurians, Master!
Shall we report back now?
Is the deed done, good Arisen? Oh, thank you. Thank you. We shall all be able to return to our homes at last. I can hardly wait to bring these tidings to the other villagers. I dare say we'll have this place livable again ere long. I cannot thank you enough. Long will you be known as a friend to our village. If you happen to pass by, do come visit us, won't you? I should like for you to see this place as 'twas afore the dragon's attack. For your sake, as well as ours, we'll do our utmost to see the village restored.
A fine job by our merry band. What say we visit again anon, to see how the village fares in the aftermath?
I suppose 'tis so. Where are we off to next? We've a few options where to go, but I'd say our best bet is to start with the location nearest us. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermon's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
I understand the inclination, Arisen. Camping is one of life's simple pleasures after all. That was impeccably timed, Arisen. While travelling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out? Oh, yes. Give me a moment to recall the way. I know the way. Follow me.
I suppose we ought to make for our destination.
Could you come over?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Bear in mind, brothers, seek out women with unwavering persistence.
There's a tendency we might exploit, though to do so would be to cause danger.
Grab hold of the dragon from the ground.
I shall lead the charge!
prevailed by the skin of our teeth.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
That is most fortuitous.
We must each...
There, Master! Saurians!
Ho ho! Methinks the fiend felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among us pawns.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you. Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
Is there any way to climb up there? I'm not sure what we'll find, but it might be something useful.
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Today?
Little does one realize. I will be your shield.
One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
is a glad thing.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded. Tis rather high. It might be beyond our reach.
The monster's left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
Where are we off to next? We've a few options where to go, but I'd say our best bet is to start with the location nearest us. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermund's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Follow me. You're having trouble keeping up? No matter. I shall wait for you, as long as it takes. I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
God, all you want. Weren't they the different side grappled, you see?
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
It is clear you're not interested in arriving at our destination, so I'll hold off on guiding us there for now.
Perhaps the originals recalled some more pressing business. Fret not, I'm sure we'll come to it eventually. You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
Focused attack ought end this foe. I shan't let them harm you.
And in one piece. That's something. A forgotten riftstone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
Stand this.
Feast your eyes on this!
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. Saurians!
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
We have yet more locations to attend to. Where to next? I suppose the location nearest here would be a good place to start. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
Don't let up now!
This brute has quite a temper.
Reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Efficiency at its best.
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
Oh, I should tell you. There's a forgotten rift stone there. I found it beyond the ridge. Shall we go there now?
You'll be doused in oil.
Find out what's inside.
Right, just follow me.
These fiends are only easily defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible. We've arrived.
Protect, steel yourselves! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
Speed! How did this happen? We must defend the cargo!
They're a tenacious lot.
You see, this is the product of your heedlessness. It's called...
Take the initiative, I'll have you know.
Our task is complete.
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Could you come over here?
Try not to get hit. There's still that thing go to waste.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I might have known we'd camp here again. 'Tis becoming something of a habit of yours, Arisen.
One learns a few things visiting a place so often. 'Tis not without its merits. Curious how a fine meal makes your eyelids heavy, and not your stomach.
Indeed. Surely we've time for a short kip, ere we continue on our merry way.
Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I'm yours to command, Arisen.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well. We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
'Tis well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not.
I expect Captain Brandt will want to hear of this. Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
I will be your shield. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Follow me. This way, if you please, Master.
A forgotten riftstone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
Follow me, if you would. I know the path best travelled.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Over here! Our road was a long one, but here we are at last.
I expect Captain Brandt will want to hear of this. I know where that person can be found, Master. This way.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
Right, just follow me.
What's come over you, Arisen?
If we're to destroy this, it will have to be from the other side.
I am sorely disappointed.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
It would seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melve again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melve. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
This needs to be delivered. Shall we see it done?
That's it! I've had enough! Clear off! And don't come back till you're ready to do business properly!
But I've got the coin, I swear it. I simply just...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it, or I'll call the sentinels on you again. Are we clear?
The lad seemed rather ignorant of the world. Hasn't had anyone to show him the proper way, I'd wager.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. Are you sure? Oh, many thanks. I shall repay you anon, you've my word.
Not you again! I thought I made myself quite clear.
Ah, but I've brought the gold this time. I assume that changes things.
Oh, well, if you've got the gold, then you're welcome to spend it. This is the one you've been eyeing, isn't it? Go on then, take it.
My thanks. I finally have what I came for, and worry not, you'll have your coin back in good time, I promise you.
He seems a young man of decent character. I believe his promise to repay you was a genuine one.
We've arrived, but not so our quarry. Can it be we've mistaken the hour of our meeting?
This is the wrong time of day for what we have in mind. Lest we set out again later.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
Got to accept life as its ups and downs.
These writings could be of import.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek. We're to see this letter to Sir Lennart in Melve. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master?
Might we consider boarding an ox cart? I don't know about you, but my legs are stiff as boards.
'Tis the Arisen's choice to make. Though
This ox cart's bound for Melve. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
The road ahead is long, Master. What are ferry stones for, if not times such as these?
That's just what I was thinking.
What ought I to do?
I'm a goner.
Come on then. Let's dance.
That's enough.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
Twas a bumpy ride, but we've arrived all the same.
There are worse ways to travel, I suppose.
Not much going on.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A basque of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength, 'tis true. But I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter.
Indeed, you are correct. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
What can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair way you've come, then. Thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Shall we be off? We've a report to make.
That Lady Margaret's a kindly sort. Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only, do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
That's that then. A resounding success.
A job well done.
What will our next adventure have in store for us, I wonder? Your current vocation is ill-suited to wielding a bow, Master.
True enough.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way.
Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth.
So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it.
But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful.
Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit roborant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
Ah, now I understand. We have obtained that which Miss Flora requested. Shall we go and deliver it to her? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roborant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir.
I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper-like, I'll bet.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings. Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me. But I expect you'll do just fine. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to...
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Fancy a look at my wares?
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Done right. It's this way.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. Our ranks have grown, yet we pawns are men, one and all.
I'm unsure how best to...
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melve? Splendid. You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters. You've certainly earned a reward, my friend. Here you are.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of...
True enough.
Hmm? Oh, 'tis you! You're the good sir who aided me in Melve. Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful I am to you.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melve? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
We meet again. Truth be told, I was hoping we might. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so alive. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping for myself. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hands held a certain appeal. Which reminds me, I owe you a debt. I fear I cannot repay the full sum all at once. I have rather little in the way of spending money. Pray, take this for now. You'll have more when next we meet. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
There's a ladder here.
Your current vocation is ill-suited to wielding a bow, Master.
True enough.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
We have achieved our objective.
Indeed. You've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns.